Finding a good server can feel like a lot, so here I'll give you some of the best ones I think you need to play, explain why they're good, what they offer, plus any other information I think is relevant so you can decide which one is best for you. But if I miss one you think should be on the list, drop it in the comments. I eventually check out every server recommended to me, so your comment really does make a difference. And if you want to make sure your server gets looked at sooner, I also have a Patreon tier where server owners can submit servers directly, plus lots of other things you'll probably like. If you liked the video, please leave a like or a subscribe. It really lets me know you want more of this type of content. But without further ado, let's get into the video.
I took the blows and did it What the fuck?
Keep in mind, every server on this list has a Discord that explains the rules and are usually great ways to meet other players. Anyway, let's begin. If you want a DayZ server that mixes PvE survival with areas where PvP can come into play, Void servers is worth a look. The server features PvE and PvP zones, so you're not limited to just one style of DayZ. There's AI plus events like Dark Horde, giving you additional challenges beyond simply surviving. New players get a substantial head start too, beginning with $250,000 to spend through the server's economy, with the Void Market ATM specifically highlighted as somewhere to put that starting fortune to use. The server is set on DayZ, which is obviously one of the most beautiful maps on DayZ, and more importantly is supported by active admins. So if you're a fan of PvP zones, if you want DayZ with AI, events and a sizable start and bankroll, Void servers offer exactly that. If you want a server where there's always another objective waiting for you, Aggro DayZ packs an enormous amount into its PvE experience. Available on both Chernarus and DayZ, the servers are primarily PvE but feature dynamic PvP zones, letting you choose when you want to risk a fight. Exploration is a huge part of the experience, with 300 plus custom quests, 50 key rooms and keycard rooms, 250 openable world crates, airdrops, hidden stashes, loot chests, hacked crates, ATM heist and King of the Hill events scattered throughout the map. There's quite a bit to do. Plus, progression extends into gear 2 with 100 plus custom weapons, 250 attachments, extensive weapon customization and 4-tier armor systems. There's plenty beyond combat, including hunting and fishing, achievements, leaderboards, custom events, mutants, custom zombies and a complete drug production economy. It's a really fun server, and if you want complete customization and freedom, this is a very good one to go to and absolutely one I recommend. Next, if you're just getting started in DayZ, or if you simply want somewhere you can survive without being shot at by the first person you meet, Neo Farmers offers a much more relaxed take on the game. Although it's not really PvE, there is no killing on sight, meaning players need substantial interaction before violence can take place. Although Northwest Airfield and Tizzy are dedicated PvP zones for anyone who still wants to fight right away. Base raiding is completely prohibited, giving builders somewhere they can properly settle down without worrying about waking up to everything being gone. Getting around is also easier too. Players can spawn in their own vehicles using an in-game command, with those vehicles typically lasting around 3 hours before despawning. There are also 2 community-run trade areas, with the Southern Trader offering convenient access to starter supplies and the Northern Trader generally carrying higher tier equipment. These aren't modded traders either. Their stock is actually donated and managed by players. The whole thing is built around fair play and letting players explore Chernarus at their own pace. It is honestly one of the most friendly and best servers I can recommend if you want to meet people and have a really cool time on DayZ. If you made it this far into the video, maybe you like the content, and if you do, maybe check out my members section where I add a whole bunch of crazy videos that cover things way too hot for the main channel. Anyway, back to the video. This next server is one you've probably heard. Lots of people recommend it. It's called Karma Crew, and it's the kind of server that doesn't try to reinvent DayZ, but rather focuses on expanding what already makes the game work. It keeps the hardcore vanilla feel, but adds carefully selected content that fits naturally into the world, including a balanced loot economy, extra weapons, spray paints for camouflaging weapons and armor, custom locations, tree houses, and a toxic zone with its own bunker. There are also unique dynamic events, including including plane crashes, medical convoys, hunter camps, and civilian camps, giving you way more reasons to move around Chernarus rather than sticking to the usual loot routes. Gun damage has been rebalanced, while base building, PvP, and those unpredictable interactions with strangers remain a major part of the experience. But one of Karma Crew's biggest strengths is how it actively continues to be developed. The team regularly introduces patches, new systems, and server-specific content to keep the game evolving. If you want good PvP, this is definitely a place you can find it. But if you like vanilla DayZ but want deeper survival systems, Continent Vanilla expands Chernarus without requiring any mod downloads. Its dynamic calendar cycles through a year every 24 real days, with seasons changing temperature, rain, fog, snow, plants, animals, and predator territories. Infected have improved vision and hearing, unpredictable aggression, new spawns, and can even open unlocked doors or pursue you across rooftops. You can build almost anywhere, combination locks prevent code raiding, and wipes are planned at least 18 months apart. There's also a browser-based squad map with shared markers, player commands, custom administration, and logging, plus a trader at Havenwood, isolated PvE events, and infected encounters. Despite all this, it stays close to vanilla, no unlimited stamina, globally boosted loot, or purchasable advantages, and PvP remains allowed outside the trader. It's just a fun server to play. Next up, if you're tired of modded servers where progression ends once you find a decent gun, Resurgent DayZ gives solo, duo, and trio players something to constantly work towards. Around 90% of its mods and systems are custom made, connecting Tarkov-style key rooms, key cards, daily quests, storylines, blueprints, and traders. Custom missions include raiding armored trucks, tackling nuclear containers where cutting the wrong wire has consequences, and following a chain of locations to reach the endgame vault. Blueprints unlock high-tier weapons, armor, AP ammunition, explosives, and medical equipment through an advanced workbench alongside a functioning 3D printer and an economy featuring crypto, smelting, drugs, and ATM robberies. Resurgence makes reaching the end game about completing objectives rather than simply getting lucky with loot, which means there's so much replayability in this server. Next up, if you want more to do than simply loot, build, and wait for PvP, Genesis PC DayZ gives you plenty of reasons to explore. The server features custom areas and bunkers alongside AI fortresses and missions that add new objectives and threats. There's also custom clothing, weapons, and vehicles to hunt down, plus base building for establishing your own home between adventures. Community events and streaming events add even more to the usual survival loop. It says it's built by players for players, and I absolutely agree. Genesis PC is worth checking out if you want AI content, custom locations, extra gear, and plenty to keep you busy. Next up, and servers I absolutely love and recommend to everybody, if you want DayZ without traders, boosted loot, safe zones, or loads of mods, Spaggy's servers keeps things as close to the original survival experience as possible. Its vanilla Chernarus servers are first person with no rules restricting kill on sight or PvP, no forced roleplay, and no whitelist or password. You're simply dropped into Chernarus to create your own story. Beyond Chernarus, Spaggy's also offers Livonia, Zakal, Namalsk, and custom experiences, including its brutal Namalsk hardcore server. It doesn't try to reinvent DayZ, it simply gives you DayZ with community server administration behind it. And for something else DayZ related, click here. Or for something else, click here. And as always, until next time.